right. So I've had a couple of people mention this comment in regards to the whole like name change thing, because I do have an issue. Okay. And it's a really good question. Why does the new game bother me so much with its name, right? And yet when Mortal Kombat, that you can see playing right here, Mortal Kombat 9 essentially, 2011, take your pick, came out, nobody batted an eyelid. None of us did. It was I don't know, like it was really strange, like why it didn't have that sort of impact. Now, I just want to check something, right? Because Mortal Kombat 9 came out in 2011, right? The last Mortal Kombat game we got was Mortal Kombat Armageddon, and that came out in 2006, right? So that was like 5 years. 5 years, massive. Just that's a huge, like, especially back in those days, that was a huge chunk of change to wait for any sort of, you know, any kind of like information on an MK game, right? And also, I think a lot of it had to do with like I'm on board with them calling it Mortal Kombat. Generally, I will say MK9, MK 2011, just off the bat. And I think this is the reason why it bugs me so much with MK1. Mortal Kombat was a literal sidestep, right? I'm probably not making much sense here, but I'm going to try and rationalize it, you know. I'm going to try and rationalize it, man. Right? Mortal Kombat 2011 was a literal sidestep of all the previous, okay? So it was them going, you know, Raiden having these flashbacks, and it's like, wow, okay, I've got to do things different. And I thought that was actually really great. Now it's boring because, you know, it's just the same crap over and over again. But then it was really good. Because so much time had passed, and because they were going back to their essentially 2D fighting roots in 3D with 3D models, I don't remember anyone complaining about the name, worried about the name, anything. It was just like, oh my god, Mortal Kombat's coming out, it's awesome, you know. And then of course they brought out the complete edition, so that was essentially a new name change. I still stick by the statement that Mortal Kombat 1 will have a name change. It'll be, you know, they'll bring out an expansion, and that expansion will be the new name, right? I cannot imagine not a single person at NetherRealm has looked at the person that decided to name the new game Mortal Kombat 1 and gone, are you on crack? You have any idea how much that is going to mess with people? And that's the interesting part, because when people go, oh, have you played Mortal Kombat 1? Forget this new game, right? Play Mortal Kombat 1. You instantly go back to the original 1993 release, whatever it was, right? Instantly. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, right? Because they have placed a numerical number in front of it in their mind, and that's the way we've been talking about these games for 30 years. This new game, when people go, oh, you know, you played Mortal Kombat 1 yet? And I'll be like, I mean the 30-year-old game? And they're like, no, bro, the new one. Aren't you down with the drip? Right? I don't give a crap what people talk about these days, right? With that sort of stuff. What I'm saying, right, is that, like, numerically and phonically, it's people are going to go, oh, the original Mortal Kombat 1. Because nobody, for a very long time, has ever gone, have you played Mortal Kombat? And left it at that. Just nothing. Right? So it's really interesting, because as MK fans, we refer to games, you know, a certain ways, and there's certain sort of staples that we've been we've stuck to. And we had MK1, MK2, MK3, Ultimate MK3, MK Trilogy, MK4, MK Gold, you know. And that's actually probably what's going to happen. MK4 to MK Gold, MK1 will have a new name with an expansion. I'd almost guarantee it. Because I cannot imagine. Like, I've seen Boone try and rationalize it. And it's like watching, you know... It's like he's having a stroke. He's like, oh yeah, no, there's a whole new era. Dude, that does... Just call it Mortal Kombat New Era. Or if you had the balls... And I came up with this other name as well. Mortal Kombat Has Begun. Could you imagine how awesome that would have been? Like, think about it. It ties in with, like, the original 95 movie, you know, and it also gives it a unique standalone name for the game. Mortal Kombat Has Begun. Or Mortal Kombat The Beginning, Mortal Kombat New Era, Mortal Kombat Genesis, Mortal Kombat Fresh First in the Morning. I don't know, anything but MK1. I saw one dude calling it Mortal 1 Combat. I 100% agree. That's probably better. You know, because they were trying to think, oh, we'll just take 1 off 11. Aren't we inventive? No, you're not inventive. It's crap. Right? So, that's what I reckon. That's probably the reason why. And not just that. It's that they're rebooting the timeline. Don't even start, right? And sit there and go, well, it is. He's remade everything. This is what Liu Kang has done while he rubs his nipples. Let's be real. You can, you know, you can put the gloss on the turd all you like, but it's still going to be a crap. Okay? It's as simple as that, man. Right? Somebody has reset something, you know, rebooted the universe. And then we end up with this schmozzled name. I'd be more on board, slightly, if they changed the name. Right? The name is garbage. It is absolute effing garbage. Like, nobody likes it. Unless you're a shill. Right? Because it's confusing. Okay? Because the interesting part is, like, nobody is referencing it as Mortal Kombat 12. You ever notice that? Nobody's actually going, oh, this is Mortal Kombat 12. You playing new Mortal Kombat 12 coming out? No. Because they have assigned a numerical number to the name and therefore negated that. It doesn't make sense. Right? And you can't call it Mortal Kombat 2023 because then people go, oh, you mean Mortal Kombat 1? Right? Like, see the problem? See the issue here? Okay? This is why they gotta rename it. Cause it's crap. Cause it's absolute crap. That's why it's different. For the reasons that I've cited. There was a massive gap, 5-year gap between Armageddon and the release of MK9. So it was almost like a reboot. You know, like a fresh like reboot, sidestep reboot, you know, which was awesome. It was so good, right? And then we got MK10, which made sense, or some called it MKX, you know, and then they got MKXL, right? Because nobody's calling it 10L. Right? So it's pretty obvious that the X was supposed to be pronounced over the 10, but it's still number 10. And then we got MK11. I go, okay, alright, things are going along. Well, up until the game came out, it was going along swimmingly. And then, they come out with this ridiculous name. And it is ridiculous. Right? Because everyone's going, you do a Google search, Mortal Kombat 1, what comes up? Original MK and the new one. It's stupid. And the original one doesn't have assigned numerical 1. This is what I mean. They would have been better off even calling it something as ridiculous as Mortal Kombat 0. Right? that would have been better than 1. I don't care. I don't care how much sausage you want to rub. Okay, you are never going to convince me, ever, in the history of convincing and debating and arguing, will you ever say to me and convince me of going, oh, it's a really good name. No, it's not. It's crap. Right? So when you think about it, this is the ridiculous part, man. We got Mortal Kombat Original, so that's what we're going to have to start calling it now. Mortal Kombat OG. Like the idiots at Microsoft that decided to name the console Xbox One. Are you stupid? No, I mean it. Are you stupid? Are the 2 brain cells in your skull not colliding at all? Right? Like who thinks up this dumb shit and goes, oh, that sounds good. No one will ever go and get confused with the original original Xbox. No, because nobody ever called it the original Xbox. They called it Xbox. Or Xbox, you know. And then you got Xbox 360 that came out. Do people not know how to count at NetherRealm? You just saw it Mortal Kombat 12. Or a new name. To fit the rebooting of the universe, which would have been better with New Era, has begun as a personal favorite. The Beginning. Mortal Kombat. I don't know. I don't know. Genesis, you know, like all the names that come up before, right? So that's why, to me, that's why it makes a massive difference. Phonically, numerically, you know, the fact that, you know, like, it's, I know it's a new universe, but it doesn't make sense because they would have been better off calling it something else to fit the actual universe that they're doing. And sometimes, like, you know, like they're stumbling out of the gate with this. There's not everyone's like super stoked about this new MK. Everything from the cameos to the fighting engine to the name to the graphics. You know, I don't mind the graphics, but like, you know, the other two can go down, right? So, you know, and then as soon as people buy this, and then they figure out, oh god, look at the monetization and loot boxing and grind and RNG, and then you know, crappy fighting engine and all that sort of stuff. People are going to drop that crap like a hot potato, except for the big streamers and YouTubers, right? Anyway, guys, let me know what you think. Catch you next time.